Yes, morning. And I'm on the morning from A to Z. Love is always the energy. You know I love you all equally. Wherever you might be. In a Jaja University. Ah, I'm on the morning. From A to Z, really good morning. Love you all equally. I'm on the morning from A to Z to Z. Love is always the energy. You know, I love you all equally. Wherever you might be in a Jaja University. Well, this is the love drive into the modern day plantation. Love is always the vibration. You know, we are one human nation, no matter the situation. Oh, love, no. Oh, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes. Yes, this morning, as you can tell, the throat is going through an issue, you know. I'm a horse, my people. Yes, losing my voice, hopefully temporarily. Yes. However, one is being mindful, yes, that we have to train the body in the way we want ourselves to be. Yes. So habits are very, very important, forming good habits. And getting up in the morning, sharing love energies and the waves like what I'm doing right now is really a good habit. So I don't even want to break stride. Yes. So my apologies, my people, for sounding quite froggy right now. You know. However, I'm sharing my energies nonetheless to you all, to myself and to you all. On my way to work. Yeah. So mindfulness is the vibration this morning, and we're still gonna do the chant, even with on this horse truth. It's called mindset. Yes, just being aware of what's on your mind. Yeah, don't be afraid to go in the closet, as we would say. Yes, the closet of your mind, man. Yes, and understanding the mind in two ways. Yes, man. Now who's that now? Yeah, man. Israel, Israel. Blessings, Israel. Hope you can hear me, you know. My voice is almost gone, Israel, but the energy is here. Yeah, man. Hi, hi to you. And if you don't mind, can you share where you're calling in from or where you're saying hi from? I'm saying hi from Wilmington, Delaware, in the United States. On my way to work. Israel, blessings and love. Blessings and love. My spiritual soul. Yes. Love is the energy. Powers and love, powers and love. This is the drive life into the modern day plantation. Love is always the vibration. You know, we are one human nation, no matter the situation. Oh, la, 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 la. I'm on the morning from A to Z. Love is always the energy. You know, we love you all equally. Love is always the energy. We love you wherever you might be in a Jaja University. Yes, Israel, love is the energy. Love you. So the vibration this morning is always love. Love is the greatest energy. Overarching energy, you know? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Israel, I love your emoji. It looks like it's America. All right? Powers, powers, powers and love. Yes, so being mindful at this particular time is what we want to encourage people to do. Being mindful. Mindfulness is also an awareness. Yes, I see the American flag. I think it's the American flag, all right? Yeah, man. Blessings and love. Mindfulness. So it's an awareness of what's happening on the mind. Some people know that we have subconscious thoughts, same thing as automatic thoughts. And and these thoughts happen outside of your consciousness. A lot of times you're not aware that you're having them. these thoughts. Yeah. And so a lot of times this is how trouble happens because most of us, or a vast majority of us, or if not that, a lot of us, good number of us, would be in environments that are negative. Yes. And then the brain continues to scan and make raw data of our environment. Yes. So whether there is someone yelling in the background or yelling insults at you, or there's a noisy environment or whatever, it's just chaotic or seemingly chaotic, and that's how the brain will scan it, and and the brain will scan it in that raw way. So if someone, for example, would be hurling insults at you, saying that, what I mean, calling your names, negative names, uh, the mind will take that literally and almost invert it into um, a command, and that can will be internalized if you're not processing it. For example, so I at one point in time I broke up with my girlfriend. I had a girlfriend some years ago and broke up with her, and I ended the relationship, and it was quite abrupt and sudden, and so when I did that, she was at the time, she started crying, and of course she was surprised. A rude awakening for her. Um, I mean, I probably should have expected that, but it's as almost if I wasn't expecting it. And so she cried, and that was in front of me, and then she heard some statements to the effect that I'm an evil person, and how could I do such a thing? And uh, and so that situation, my brain took pictures of that, like it always would always do, and apparently internalized that into a true statement that I am an evil person. So here it is now that I am thinking that I'm an evil person subconsciously. And of course, that's in conflict with my consciousness. And so when the automatic self and the consciousness are in conflict, then that's where we have a problem. There's a friction within the self. And so I wouldn't, at that time, in those times, I was not able to sleep for like 3 months or upward up close to that. Um, and I had to, dig deep to find help. And at that time, I found myself going on the web, searching for strategies. And at that time, I was more knowledgeable as, you know, about the processes of anxiety and depression and so on and so forth. But still needed to know more, and was wondering how could this happen. And it was the same guy who had gone through mental HIV, thought I had HIV, age back in the 90s. Um, and also, um, cheated on my wife at the time after that. And then was quite hard on myself, um, beating up myself internally again, um, not knowing that I was doing that, um, you know, because I had made a promise and the promise was not fulfilled. And subconsciously, I was branding myself in the most negative ways. Yes. And that sent me into deep, deep depression. And again, here, this was in the early 2000s with this situation I'm telling you about. And again, here goes the subconscious. taking this thing and not processing it. So the subconscious slash automatic thoughts, which sometimes we call the irrational mind, um, it doesn't take raw data and make sense of them. It's just the way it is. So someone says you're a jerk, or someone says you're a culprit, and someone says you're a criminal, and someone says, any negative thing about you. And on the other hand, also if you're in a positive environment, and you're getting accolades, and like lots of good words being thrown at you, so on and so forth, like good job, what I mean, you're smart, you're decent, and of course I've had many of those, thankfully. So that reemphasizes, and so the brain doesn't have to, so I don't have to go in a consciousness mode to kind of process that, because that's already positive, and that should be the aim, that you want positivity, because we're seeking to feel good. We're seeking good feeling. That's who we are as human beings. Russell, blessings and love. Russell, blessings and love, Russell. Hi, Russell. Where are you calling from? Where are you saying hi from? Yeah, man, I'm in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, driving to work. Blessings, sharing a love energy. Mindfulness. Yes, it's cold and frigid and the voice is going, but we have to be mindful that you train the body in the way you want yourself to be. Practice what you want to become, and you'll become that. Yes. Practice what you want to become, and you'll become that. Yeah, being the God of yourself. So that's mindfulness. So, the chant that we're chanting this morning, the US. Okay, blessings, Russell. Yes, we're in the US, man. We're in the US. I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, driving to work right now in Wilmington, up North Wilmington, North Delaware. Yeah, man. And is it cold where you are, Blessings and love. I hope you're feeling my love energy here, driving to work, paying attention, multitasking, and all these things. So mindfulness is what we're talking about. And so just be mindful that we're going to interact with each other. And generally speaking, the energies are always going to be either negative or positive, and sometimes neutral. So sometimes that energy is not necessarily in one of those categories, but kind of neutral. I mean? It's kind of like that intersection, the circle of intersection, two circles, and then there's this intersection. But the mind, the automatic subconscious portion of the mind always is there working, and it doesn't make sense of the raw data that comes in all the time, like even right now, like we're speaking. You know what I mean? And even right on here, I'll see people make statements and negative statements, and I have to process that right away. Yes. And so if I don't process that, then that will, as I say, process me, meaning it will take me down a negative, dark place. And that's how people end up with anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, and all these um, mental health disorders. And because one of the reasons why they even become a disorder is because we're bothered by the mystery element, the mysterious element of the fact that we don't know where these things are coming from, right? We don't know that it's from the automatic subconscious portion of the brain. So the chance is mindset. People, I just want you to permit me this morning, because I said I was gonna chant it, but I'm not gonna chant it this morning because the voice is going. So I'm just ranting with a sore throat. Yes. And blessings and love you all. Yes, Russell Edge. Yes. So love, and tomorrow morning we're back at it again, hasta mañana, regardless of what the voice is gonna be. Yes, we're throwing the love vibration out to you all. Love is the energy. And until then, we say, Koidate, take care, bendiciones, blessing, Dios te bendiga, Jabe with you all. And the chant is mindset, and we're going to chant it at another time and kind of bring this vibration back to you again. You know what I mean? It's called mindfulness. Tomorrow morning, we'll come up with another topic, and it's always going to be love, overarching energy, and sharing the sub energies or the associated energies of love. Blessings and love. Until then, hasta mañana. Take care. Cuídate. You know, bendiciones, blessings. Jabi with you all. Dios te bendiga. Vida laga, vida, long life. Si no trata, no hago nada. Nothing try, nothing done. Love you. Yes, blessings. Russell, Israel, and the rest of the crew. Love you all. Yeah.